Welcome back everyone. I'm always Giorgio from imoo HQ, and today, as you already know, we are going to talk about the imoo product, and in particular today we have imoo Z1 and imoo Z7. And before starting talking about the different features of these watches, I want to introduce you also the imoo company, which is born in 2015, and it launched its first series, and then in few years it rapidly grew and gained popularity, and in particular in 2021 and 2020 he launched imoo Z1 and imoo Z6, and now today he holds the top position in the world for this type of watches. And why imoo wanted to create these watches? The main reasons are two. The first one is to find a gift for the child, and to understand better this we need to go back up to 2012, when Mr. Kimi was in a business trip and he wanted to find something to give to his son, but he don't know what to give to him, and so he decided to create this kind of watches. Maybe other parents can has already experienced this situation, because in some special occasions such as birthday, Christmas or other holidays, you want to give something to your kid to show him or her that you love them and you want something special for them. And imoo watches are the answer to this question. And the second point is that these watches allows you as a parent to stay connected with your kids, and this is very important because nowadays many parents are busy, they are at work, they have their own appointment and other things to do, so they cannot always stay with their kids. But with these watches you can be sure that your kid is always safe, he is always in a good condition, and if you need, you can call them or you can video call them or just simply send them a messages. So now we can start talking about these watches, and we start with the imoo Z7 because it has very particular features that is innovative and I think is great. This feature is the dual camera, because compared to other watches that has only one camera, imoo Z7 allows your kid to use two cameras, the front camera and the rear camera that is on the back. Why we want your kids to use the dual camera is very simple. The front camera allows your kid to show his face during video calls. For example, he has on his wrist the watch, and you as a parent are using your mobile phone, and your kid is using the watch. So you can see clearly his face because the quality is really good. The front camera has 2 megapixels and the rear camera has 5 megapixels. So this allows your kid to have very good quality when he is doing some video calls, or if he wants to take a picture or videos from the environment. So during a video call he can switch to the rear camera that is on the back, and in this case he can show you the environment and he can share what he is doing, and you can see clearly the environment. But while he doing this, he can still watch you with the screen, but at the same time he can show you around the environment. Because what happens usually with normal watches that has only one camera, they need to flip the watch or do something like this, and it's not comfortable, and also they cannot see you, because if they flip the watch, they cannot see the screen, so you see the environment not in a very clear way. And that's why this dual camera is very important. The camera is also innovative because it has the AI scanning. This AI scanning allows your kid to take a picture of something, for example, an object, an animal, or a plant, and then the watch recognizes this picture and tell to your kids what it is. This is important in my opinion, because your kid can explore the environment and understand better what what's surrounding him. And for example, he see some plants or animal that he doesn't know, he can scan with the rear camera the object or whatever he wants, and then he will be able to know what he is, and in this way he can enjoy better the experience and have fun also. Another important feature is the real-time location, because it's precise according to GPS, GDS, Galileo, and so on. That allows you as a parent to see the real-time location of your kids, but not just only the real-time location. You can go also back up to 14 days, and this allows you to see the exactly location and where your kid was in the past. And important features is also the water resistance, because as you can see here, the watch is under the water. I can show you. It's under the water, it's still working. Okay, and it's still working, and also the watch can receive video calls under the water, so you don't need to worry about your kid could broke these watches, because they are very resistant. They are designed specifically for kids, and the fact that they are water resistant allow your kid to use the watches even if outside is raining, while they are playing with water, or maybe if they are washing their hand, and even if they are swimming under the water, because these watches can resist up to 20 meters under the waters, so they are very resistant. And important is also the fact that your kids can easily make new friends, because with imoo watches they can just simply bump 2 different watches, and then they instantly add new friends. So the watches allows your kid not just only make new friends in an easy way, but then they can stay and keep in touch together to each other, because they can send messages, they can send photos, videos, or make a call or video call, so they can stay connected, they can share moments and experience, and so they can build their social life together. They also can compete with their friends in the weekly ranking. For example, some activities, the counters, and this is like a funny way to make them have a good and healthy challenge between your kids and the friends that he has. Important of these watches is also the health mode, because it allows you to see the body temperature, the heart rate, and the blood pressure. These are the physical monitoring that is really important, because allows you to understand better the feeling, the problem, and the needs that your kid has. For example, if the temperature of your kids or the heart rate rise too much, so it's too high, the watch will send a notify on the application on your smartphone, so you can see that your kid has higher heart rate or higher temperature. And in this way you will be able to see when he needs help. Then you can easily contact him while with making a video call or just a call from your smartphone to his smartwatch. So we can see together these different features, and I can show you directly how the watches work. Okay, this is the watch. When you turn on the screen, you can swipe to unlock the watch. As you can see in the home screen, you have the time and the date, but if you press, you can also customize the home page as you want. You can choose from many different options. If you swipe on the left, you can find all the contacts that your kid has, and you can easily make a call or a video call in this way. And you also have some group chat if you want, or you can see the recent call and video calls that your kid has made. And also from here you can dial one phone call, for example typing one number and then pressing the green button. Then we can come back to the home page and we can swipe on the right to see the chat, because before we saw the contacts and the way how to make a call and a video call, but here we can find the different chats that your kid has. The group chat, for example, with more than one people, and as you can see, your kid can also send stickers and receive stickers. You can also send videos, images and audio, for example here. And yeah, he can see the whole history, and if inside a chat he swipe on the right, you can see the stickers here, and you can choose also more stickers from the other button. And if you swipe one more time, you can find the album, the camera and the video recording. That allows your kid to choose from different photos that he has already in his watch, or making new photos. For example, with the camera, you can use both the front camera and the rear camera, just simply flipping up the watch. And also he can choose to make a video, and it works in the same way of the camera. If we go back here, we can swipe one more time on the right to see the virtual me. What is the virtual me? It's just a virtual avatar that your kid can customize and change as he wants. To unlock new item, he needs to collect these points, and he can earn some points, for example in the ranking or making some activities and competing with friends. Yeah, if you see, if we want more energy, we need to make some exercise, and we can see also our rank and our inventory. The virtual me is not a game, because these watches are not designed for having any games. They are designed to stay connected with parents, to make parents sure that your kids are in a good condition, and easily make them connected to their friends and their parents. So this is not a game, but just simply a funny way to enjoy more the experience. Now we can swipe one more time on the right, and we can see all the application that the watch has. We can start with the first one, that is add friends. As I said before, you can easily make new friends with this function, just simply bumping two different watches like this, and then you instantly add new friends. And this allows your kids just not only to make new friends in an easily way, but also to stay connected with them, because he can send messages, photos, videos, and he can also make calls and video calls with them. Another application is the steps counter. Is simply the number of steps that your kids do during the day, and you can also see the ranking, so you can see the number of steps that his friends have made, and in this way he can make like a challenge, unhealthy challenge with them, and if he like the score that his friends have made, he can also put 1 heart to like them. Yeah, this was about the steps. We can move on to health. Health, as I said before, is the measurement of body temperature, heart rate, and blood oxygen. If your kid go in this section, you can see the temperature that he has in this moment, but he can also see the body temperature of the whole day. And you, as a parent, can also use the application on your smartphone to see the body temperature also in the past days. And important is that if the body temperature is too high, you as a parent will be notified from the application on the smartphone, and in this way you can also make contact with your kids to ensure he is good or if he needs some help. Same things also for the heart rate. You can see the real-time heart rate, but you can also see from the watch the heart rate of the whole day, and from the application the heart rate also in the past days. And even in this case, if the heart rate rise too much, you will be notified, and in this way you can also take action to ensure that your kid is good. And finally, we have the blood oxygen. And like the previous options, this allows you to measure your blood oxygen and see also the past records. And of course, from the application, you can see also the past days, while from the watch, this is a little bit limited. This is about the physical monitoring, but you as a parent from your phone, you can also see the emotional part, because you can see the emotion that your kid feel. If you're interested, later we will see better this option in the details from the application, so stay connected. Then we can move from the health to the fitness mode. What is the fitness mode? Is like the way your kids can record his activities, such as the running activities and swimming activities. And if we want to exercise now, as you can see here, we have the option of swimming, skipping, running, or sit-up. And yeah, by doing these activities, not just only your kids stay in a health condition, but also can achieve some points to unlock some features about his virtual me. Then he can customize more the virtual me. He can also see the rank that he has compared to his friends, and in this way he has like a little challenge, a healthy challenge with them. And as you can see also here, you can find the inventory. So these are the items that your kid has already unlocked, but as you can see, there are more here that your kid needs to unlock. And to unlock this, you need to do more activities, compete with friends in the ranking, and so on. We can move to the level that is connected to this speech, because the level is related to the point and the experience point that your kids gain from the activities, the daily check-in, and for example, you can also see the total level and ranking with other friends, but he can also send and receive some gift from the friends. And if we want to learn more about this level, he can go here and discover more information. The album application is just a gallery where you can find all the photos that your kid has made with this kind of watches, and then if he, for example, choose one photo, he can decide to delete or cancel, so he can manage easily the photos directly from his watch. Then we can find the camera that we have already talked about, but I can show you how it works. Okay, I can start with the front camera, that is this one. Hi. And if you tap the screen, you take photos, and then you can decide if you want to save or you want to cancel. Now we don't want to save. If we swipe on the right, we can switch to the video mode. The video mode works in the same way of the camera. You can press to start the recording and press again to stop the recording, and then in the same way you can choose if you want to save or if you want to cancel. Then we can switch to the rear camera, and you can do it in two ways: by sweeping the finger on the screen, or just simply flipping up the watch. And as you can see, then you will be able to use the rear camera. And also in this case, you can just tap the screen to make a photo, and you can switch to the video mode swiping on the right. And we can find also the sticker cam, and the sticker cam is like the camera but with filter, and your kid can use this to enjoy, to share some funny moments. And yeah, as you can see, there are many filters that your kid can use, and to have just a little bit of fun with this. Then we can find the funny cam, that is like a contest, a smile contest, because as you can see, the camera will turn on, and then we need to take a photos about our face, and then the watch will give a score to our smile. In my case, I have a score of 85, but I think your kids can do a better smile. And if you want to do this with friends, you can do it with this mode, smile contest. And as you can see, now the watch suggests to use two different to do it with friends, and then the watch will give a score to both the people, and you can see the winner with the best smile. And finally, you can also create a virtual avatar directly from here. You can take a photos of your face, and then the watch will automatically create an avatar. And as you can see, mine is this one. My score is 872, and I'm the sports girls. So this is just a funny way to your kids to share some moments with his friends, and also have a little bit of fun. Then you can find also the alarm clock is just a normal alarm to set a reminder to some important event that you want. And you can also find the messages, but the messages you need to insert the SIM card, because these watches can have also a SIM card, because they can connect it to internet with two ways. The first one is with the SIM card that you can put here in the back of the watch, and the second one is connecting to a Wi-Fi. And yeah, in this way your watch will be connected to internet. You can also find the dial, as we already seen before, to make a phone call directly from here. From the settings you can adjust many different things. We can see together some of them. The first one is the display and brightness, because you can manage the brightness of the watch. You can raise or decrease, it depends whatever you want. And then also the screen timeout. This is about after how much time do you want the screen turning off. And for example, if I put 5 seconds, then I need to save, then the screen will turn dark in 5 seconds. But if we want to have more time, we can just add from here. Then we can find also the ringtone and the volume, because you can choose the different mode. For example, if you want the sound, or if you want the vibration, or both together, and you can manage easily from here. Then you can also choose to increase or decrease the volume here. You can choose the ringtone. There are many to choose from. And this is about the calls, but you can also change the ringtone of the messages directly from here. And yeah, this way you can customize as you want the experience on the watch. Then we can see the flipping settings. What is the flipping settings? It's just to choose what happens when you flip the watch. You can choose between camera, video, or nothing. And now, as you can see, is set on camera. This means that if, for example, the watch is turned off, but we flip the watch, the camera will turn it on, and then we can take a photo easily and in a very quickly way. Then we can also decide if we can just simply flip to answer a call or a video calls, and yeah, you can choose and set from here. Later we can find also the connection settings to connect the watch to the internet, the software update, the Bluetooth, the app management, and so on. For example, we can see that the camera, you can choose between the standard camera or HD camera, because as you already know, this watches has the front camera that has 2 megapixels and the rear camera that has 5 megapixels. This allows you to have the quality that is really high, and you can take pictures and videos also in HD quality. And you can choose the settings both from the front and the rear camera. And you can also choose if you want the photo watermark on the picture that you took. You can also choose if you want some lock on your screen. For example, if you don't want, you can choose from here. You can just simply slide, or you can set a password to the watches. You can also change the language. You can set the settings for the SIM card, reject the unknown codes, and if you want to know more about your device, you can check directly from here. We can move next to the stopwatch. Stopwatch is very simple, allows you to take the times of whatever you want. You can stop, you can continue or reset. Then we can find the App Center. The App Center is just the list of all the applications that your kid can find all on his watch. And for example, he can see the version number, the features, and many other information from here, or he can remove this application. And you can manage as a parent more about this application directly from the application on the smartphone. We can see also the storage. The storage is simply the storage that all the application has on his watch. And as we can see here, the album has the most high level of storage, because we have many photos and videos. But if we want, we can clear and delete some photos and files directly from here. And you can find all the application in here. Then we can find the duel. What is duel is just to, if your kid want to challenge some friends, you can do it simply from here. For example, this challenge is the one who is closer to 100 steps. We can start the challenge now. Yeah, as you can see now, the challenge is started, so the two kids has to walk or run, whatever they want, and then they will receive a score for the score that they have made, the number of steps that they have made. And yeah, the winner is the first who arrive at 100 steps. Then we can find again the virtual me, but also on the other screen. From here you can easily change and customize as you want. The team is simply the place where you can find all the different ways to customize the experience on the watches. For example, changing the wallpaper. From here you can change. From here you can download one and use it. If you want to customize the icon, you can also do it. You can download more if you want to change. And also the flip up animation, because for example here you can find different option. And for example, if we put this is the purple one, then we can change the flip animation, but we can also change the flip sound, for example here. And we can try now. Yeah, as you can see now the animation is purple, not green like before. And finally we can find also the AI scanner, and this is as I said before, just the camera that allows your kid to scan objects and things around him. We can try right now, for example, with this is a duck, a toy, and we can take a picture of this, and let's see what the watch will say. Is loading, so we take the picture, and yeah, he say that this is a toy, and that's right. So your kid can use this also to discover the environment and to understand better the things that are around him. And the last application is the bin code. because this is the another way to connect the watch. The other friends can scan this code, and you as a parent can connect the watch by this code. So these were the main function of the watches, and we can also see the different features that you can find on the application on the smartphone. If you have any question, feel free to let me know in the comment, and then in this way I can give you more information, answer to your doubt, and give you more details. And also I remind you that for today, today is the Mother's Day, so you can enjoy 15% of discount if you go on our website, but you can also find these watches on other e-commerce like Shopee and Amazon. The starting price is 219 for imoo Z7, but as I just mentioned, you can find a 15% of discount on our website, and you can buy it just for 186 euros for the imoo Z7. The imoo Z1 you can buy it for 107 euros on our website. And you can also enjoy the 2 years warranty and 2 days shipping. So if you want to buy it now, in 2 days you will be able to receive the watch, and you can give this watch to whoever you want. And if you are not satisfied, I don't know why you shouldn't be satisfied, but anyway, it's okay, because anyone has personal taste, and you can change your idea. For example, if you bought the imoo Z1 first and then you want to change to imoo Z7, you can do it in 15 days without no reason, and we can refund you, and you can easily change. Yeah, now we can see the different features that we can find on the application on the smartphone. The application is totally free. You can download both for Android and iOS system, so you can use it both if you have an Android phone and if you have an Apple phone. Okay. When you open the application on the smartphone, you will find the chat section. The chat section is just the chat that your kid has on his watch, but you can find them here. And when you open one chat, you can easily see the messages that he sent and he received. But not just only the text messages, you can see also the video calls and the calls that your kid has made. And for example, if he sent some photos or video, or he received some, you can easily see them from here. You can also change the background or clear the chat history. As you can see here, you can also create some group chats, so this allows you to stay connected, not just with your kids, but with more people. For example, if you have 2 kids with the same watch, or if you want, for example, the husband and the wife both stay connected with his son or daughter, they can with the group chat directly from here. If we go on the right, we can see the location that allows you to see the exactly location of the watch. And as you can see here, that allows you to see the real-time location, but if you go in this section, you can see also the past 14 days location. For example, if we go in here, we have a record, and you can see the start point and the destination. You can move the icon directly from here and see the exactly route that your kid has done. And You can also play like here, and you can see the track in this way. From here you can find the distance that your kid has made, but also the time in which he was in this exactly place. So you can do it from here, the play button, but also from here you can adjust the position. Then we can move on the right again. Then this is like a shortcut to make a call or a video call. As you can see, here we have 3 different watches, and it's because you can register more than one watch to on just one phone, and you can also make a call and video calls with no problem directly from here. If we go on the right again, we can find all the notification. For example, the notification that the watch is fully charged, so now we know that our kid can use it with no problems, and other notification that allow you to stay updated. From here you can choose from the different watches connected to your device and see the different data and records of each watch. We can start with the watch contacts. This is the list of the contacts that your kid has. You can easily find all the contacts from here, and you can see, for example, the mobile number. You can change the name or the photo from here. And if you don't want this contact anymore, you can delete easily from here. Then, very important is the class mode. What is the class mode? Is the feature that allows you to set some specific time in which your kid cannot use the watch. For example, we can try right now. We can set the time. Now it's 4:39, so we can put 4:49 here and 4:40. So save, and yes, it just changed. It's 4:39. So as you can see now, the screen is changed, and we cannot use any application, as you can see. And if we try to go out to exit from this mode from the watch, we can't. Why? Because we are in the class mode, and you can only go exit from this class mode from the application on the smartphone. But in this mode, your kid can still see the watch, the time, and also you can make some calls to the emergency contact that you allow or you don't allow, for example, from here. And now that is 4:40, the mode is over, the class mode is over, so the watch is come back to his normal function, and the kid can use all the application and the watch in a normal way. So this is very important because, for example, when your kid is at school or in some specific time during the day or during the night, you don't want your kid to use the watch, so you can put this class mode, and your kid cannot use the watch in a different way, if not to just see the time or make call to the emergency contact. Then we can find the lower power mode. The lower power mode, as you can see here, we can switch. Okay, okay. And once it's activated, the watch has less features because some applications are not available, but the battery will last for longer because as you can see here, the watch say that the low power mode is on, so to save power. So the features are not available, and you can find them again when you turn off this lower power mode. But same as for the class mode, you cannot go, you cannot exit directly from the watch, but you can do it only from the smartphone. And now that we change again to the normal mode, we can use again the watch as a normal way. But you don't need to worry because the battery is a larger battery. It has 740 milliampere, so it can last up to 100 hours, and you don't need to worry about this. You can also set the battery level that you want to automatically activate the low power mode. For example, if the smartwatch is less than 30% of battery, the low power mode will be activated automatically. Very important is also the app disable section, because from here you can see all the application and you can decide which application your kid can use, or it cannot use, or you can use but only for some specific time. For example, we can try with the AI scanning. If we try to use it here, yeah, as you can see, it's normal. But if we change the settings from the application, the color, the brightness of this application is changed, so it's not as bright as the other. And if you try to open it, the watch will say that the parental control is activated, so the app is disabled and your kid cannot use it anymore. But if we change from the smartphone with no limit, then the brightness will change again, so the application works again, and we can take a picture as before. We can also set some time. For example, we can put a maximum time for a day that your kid can use it. For example, we want our kid use this application just for 10 minutes. We can put from here, and then after 10 minutes your kid cannot use this application anymore. But you can change these settings every time, whenever you want, from the application on your smartphone. And this is for all the application that your kid has on the smartwatch. The chat management is similar to the app disable, but it's just only for the chat and the connection application, such as chat, messages, friend videos, and adding friends. And you can change from here, put no limit or restricted use if you want, or if you don't want your kid to use them. And finally, we find the watch health management that allows you to see the screen times that your kid used the watch. You can see the daily screen times, but you can also go back up to 7 days, and you can see the whole week. And yeah, you can see also all the applications that your kid has used and the time that he spent on each application. If you don't want, for example, your kid used the watch too much, you can set some screen time from here, and for example now is 60 minutes. This means that after 60 minutes your kid cannot use any application at all. You can just simply see the time or something. For example, he can still make the call to the emergency contact. You can also be notified when your kid still is going to finish the time. In this way you can increase the time or maybe advise your kid. we can find also the app center directly from here, and that allows you to manage the application on the smartwatch. You can see the different application that your kid has. You can add more application, or you can update some, or yeah, you can also uninstall. Then important is also the fitness mode, because you can find here the different activities that your kid has done. Or for example, the step counter in the bigger circle, the blue one, the calories burned in the middle here, and the duration in the smallest, the green one. You can see this, you can see the difference activities during the day, but you can also go back in the past days to see the past activities. And you can also see all the records, the activities record that your kid has done. For example, the swimming activities, the running activities, or something like this. And once your kid has done some activities, you can see from the application on your smartphone the duration, the calories burned, the distance, and the heart rate. So you can have a complete overview on your kid's situation and abilities. If we move on the health mode, we can see, as for the watch, we can see the body temperature. You can see the temperature of the day, the full day, and you can also go back in the past days to see the different temperature. And if the temperature rises too much, it's very important, because the watch will automatically advise you, and you will be notified. And in this way, you can, for example, contact your kids to make sure he is good and he has no problem, or maybe if he needs help. The same thing is for the heart rate. The heart rate you can see for the full day, or you can go back in the past days. And even in this case, if the heart rate rises too much, you will be notified, and you can also set the score, the level of heart rate that you want to be notified your kid has. And we also find the blood oxygen, and same things about the same thing as the before. We can find the blood oxygen record of our kids directly from here, and you can also find more information here on the bottom of this page. And this function were about the physical condition of your kids, but you can also see the emotional part of your kids. For example, here we can find the mood. We can see the mood during the day. We can choose different days, and we can understand better how the kid feels. For example, happy, pleasure, good, calm, and not so hot. And in this way, you can not just simply see what kind of emotion your kid has, and you can also see the past days, but you can also stay close when you see that he needs some, for example, to stay closer to you, and you can understand better his feeling, and you can stay better with him. Then we can find the historical track that we already saw before, that allows you to see the exactly position up to 14 days back. And important feature is also the reject unknown calls. because you can provide this safety for your kids, because your kid cannot receive any calls from a stranger outside and unknown people, and this is important to ensure him a safe environment. You can also schedule a power on or power off. For example, for the night, you can set the power off mode, and then at the precise time that you want, the wash will turn off. And if you don't want and if you don't want your kid use this watch, you can set this button, and in this way he cannot switch on or switch off the switch on the watch during this power off mode. Then you can find also the section of Find My Watch, and you can lock the watch if, for example, you lost it, and you can also play the sound to find it again. So if, for example, if your kid doesn't find the watch anymore because he removed it, you can play the sound from here and you will find the watch again. Then you can also find the watch networks to manage the Wi-Fi connection. You can set the photo wallpaper, and you can find many other different features from here. I wanted to show you the main features, so yeah, these were the main features. As I just said, I wanted to show you just the main feature about these watches and the application that you can download from the store, but there are many other features that you can discover and your kid can use once he receives these watches. If you have any question, feel free to let me know in the comment. In this way I can answer to you, give more information and give some details that you want. If you are interested in buying these watches, you can go on some e-commerce like Shopee and Amazon, or if you go on our website, you can enjoy a 15% of discount, and you will be able to buy the imoo Z7 just for 186 euros and the imoo Z1 just for 107 euros. In addition to this, you have also 15 days to return the watches with no reason. What does it mean? It means, for example, if you change your idea, you can return the watch with no problem, and in 15 days. If you order these watches, you will receive them in 2 days, because we have just 2 days shipping. And we also have 2 years warranty. So this means that we want you to ensure good quality. And yeah, we can see the main features of these watches that are the dual camera, because the watches has the front camera and the rear camera that allows you to have a complete experience. And also these cameras have high quality, because the front camera has 2 megapixels and the rear camera has 5 megapixels. That means you can take pictures and videos in very high quality. Then once you have taken this picture or videos, you can share easily with friends or with your parents. And in this way you can stay connected with them and share the moment and enjoy more the experience. Secondly, the very important feature is the real-time location, because it allows you to see the real-time location, yes, but you can also go back to 14 days, and in this way you can see the exact location of your kids, not just simply now in this moment, but also in the past, and you can understand where he is and where he was. Another one is the water resistance, because allows your kid to use the watch with no problem also under the water. And as you can see here, we have water and the watch still working. So your kid can also receive video call and calls when the watch is under the water. They are designed specifically for kids, so we know that sometimes they like playing with water, or if they are washing their hands, they can still use it, and even if they are swimming, they can still use the watches. And important is also the way they can make new friends. They can just simply bump two different watches, and then they can make new friends. In this way, they can easily socialize, expand their sociality, and make new friends. But then they can also stay connected with them, because they can send messages, share photos and videos, or making calls and video calls with them, and they can create a more deep relationship between them. Some situation in which your kid can enjoy these watches are, for example, the moment between the school and the house, because I don't know exactly what your kid do. That's the two. And but for example, some kids take the school bus, and they go to the school bus stop alone. And what happens if they lost the school bus? If they don't have a smartphone, or if they don't have these watches, they cannot do anything. Maybe they need to come back home, but you maybe you already went to work, and then this could be a problem. But if they have the smartwatch, this kind of smartwatch, they can contact you immediately, like messages or a call or a video call is better. And then you can help them to find a solution, or just you can go there and help them directly. And yeah, because you can also give them a smartphone, but I think it's a different situation, because especially nowadays, for kids who has maybe 6-year-olds, for example, a smartphone is too early. I don't know, because the internet is so wide and it's so easy to encounter any type of content, and maybe for a kids of 6-year-old, it's not a really good thing to encounter in some type of content, because as you already know, on internet you can find everything. You can also find everything on the social media, and you can also download all the kind of video games on the phones. So if you don't want your kids use the phone too much, for example with video games or the social media on video on YouTube or so on, is normal, I think. And the middle way, I think, is these watches, because they allows you to have internet connection, yes, to stay connected with you, okay, but in a safe environment. With the smartphone, you cannot ensure this, and your kids are exposed to the entire world, to entire internet. They can encounter any content and meet stranger people, but this not happen with the watches. So they can allow you to stay connected with your kids. Your kids is connected with you, and this is safe. And also your kid can stay connected with other friends, and this, in my opinion, is a really good thing. Another situation in which your kids in which your kids can enjoy this kind of watches is, for example, during the holidays, because maybe you're still working or you have your appointment and you are busy, I don't know, and he wants to go outside and play with friends, or he wants to go and visit his grandparents. And yeah, if he has these watches, you don't need to worry, because you can always see his real-time location, so you can see where he is now, and you also can see where he was in the past. You don't need to worry about where he goes, but you can simply check directly from the application on your smartphone. And also, if he has any problem, he can contact you in any time, because he can just make a call or video call directly from the watch, and then you can talk directly with him. You can talk and see directly in the face your kids. So this is a very complete experience, because that allows you to be sure that your kid is in a safe condition, but also allows you to have a shared moment with your kid, because if you are at work or you are busy, you cannot stay with him, and maybe your kids would like to share this moment with you. You can do it just simply using this kind of watches. For example, he can make a video call with you, and with the front camera he can show his face and you can see him face, but then he can flip the watch and he can show the environment to you. He can still watch your face on the screen of the watch, and at the same time you can see the environment in a very clear way because of the high quality of these cameras. Okay, then I think we can see together the different applications that you can find on the smartwatches, and we can do it right now. And remember that because today is the Mother's Day, you can buy our watches with a 15% of discount if you go on our website, and you will be able to buy the imoo Z7 for 160 euros, no, 186 euros, the imoo Z7, and the 107 euros for the imoo Z1. So don't waste time, you can buy right now with this amazing discount. And you also have 15 days if you are not satisfied or if you are changed your mind. You can return the watch in 15 days. And if you order one of these watches, you will receive the box, this kind of box, in 2 days, and then you will be able to give this wonderful box. Oh, no watch inside in this, but yeah, when you receive the box, of course you will have the watch inside, and then you can give the present to your kids or whoever you want. So we can change here and go on. When you turn on the screen of the watches, you can find the home page. The home page is this, and you can swipe you can swipe down, and you will find all the shortcuts to the main important settings, such as the Wi-Fi connection, Bluetooth connection, the torch, for example, the blinking pattern or the lighting pattern. And then you can set the volume. You can change also the brightness directly from here. And yeah, these were the main settings from here. If you go, if you swipe up, you can find the shortcut with some application. but you can find all the application if you swipe 3 times on the right here. If we come back to the home page, you can see that if you swipe on the left, you find the contacts that your kid has, and you can easily make a call and a video call directly from here. You can also find the recently calls and video calls that your kid has made or has received. And finally, you can edit from here, or you can dial a phone call by typing the different number and then pressing the green button. If we swipe on the right when we are in the home page, we can find the chat section, and in the chat section you can find the different chats that your kid has with the different people, and you can send messages, stickers, or video, or also pictures, and as well he can receive them. If inside one chat you can swipe on the right and you will be able to use the stickers, for example, from here, and you can send them. If you swipe one more time, you can find the album, the camera, and the video. For example, the album allows you to see the gallery, all the photos that you have on the smartwatch, and the camera and the video allows you to record the environment. For example, if we open the camera, as you can see here, we have the front camera, and if we flip up, we have the rear camera. Zian, I see that you are a fan of imoo. I'm very glad to see that. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment, or if you want more details, just let me know and I will explain more about these watches. We can come back here and we can swipe one more time here, and we can delete or change some settings about our friends directly from here. And this was about the chat that you can find on the watch. And if you swipe on the up, if you swipe up when you are in the chat section, you can find this screen that allows you to make new friends. For example, if you touch this icon, you can see the moment, but now there aren't any moment. And yeah, this is like a little bit shortcut. If you go Zian, I see that you already have imoo Z1, I think, and I hope that you are happy with this kind of watches. And if you have any suggestion, you can say in the comment, and thank you. Okay, we can come back to the virtual me. What is the virtual me? It's just simply a virtual avatar that allows your kid to customize it and change, for example, the exterior parts. It can unlock some, you can achieve some items that allows your kid to customize more the avatar by earning points, and the points your kid can earn them with the activities, competing with friends in the ranking weekly or something like this. And if, for example, here you can see that if we want more energy, the watch suggests us to exercise, or it can show us the ranking that we have, and it show us the inventory that we have. And if we swipe one more time on the right, we can find all the application that the smartwatch has. If, for example, we start with the add friend, we can see that the watch suggests us to bump the watch with another one to other friends. That means that your kid can easily make friends just simply touching another watch, and then he can stay in contact with them, for example, sending messages or sharing photos and videos with his friends. Your kid can also find the steps application here, which allows your kid to see the number of steps that your kid has made during the day, but also the steps that your kid, your friends' kids have made. So you can see the ranking of the steps, and you can also put a heart, as you can see here, to like the score that his friends have made. We can see also that we have the health mode that allows your kid to see the body temperature, the heart rate, and the blood oxygen that he has in this moment. For example, the body temperature, he can see the temperature that he has now, but also the temperature in the whole day. And very important is also that if the body temperature is too high, rise too much, you will be notified on the application on the smartphone. So if your kid has some need, for example, if he needs help, you can know it from the application on the smartphone, and then you can contact him, for example, making a call, or to be sure that he needs help or if he is okay. Same things for the heart rate, because your kid can see the heart rate that he has and the heart rate that he had during the day. And even in this case, you will be notified if the heart rate rises too much. And finally, your kid can find also the blood oxygen, and you can also see the records that he has, and now we don't have, but you can see them. We can move on and see the fitness application. As we already saw before, the exercise mode allows your kid to record some swimming, skipping, running, and sit-up activities. That means that your kid can see the duration of the activity, the time he spends on this activity, the distance of the activity, and the calories burned. And finally, on these activities, you can see the rank and the score that he has compared to his friends. That allows your kid to have like a healthy challenge with his friends, and he can enjoy more the experience. And as you can see here, the activities allow your kid to unlock some items to customize the virtual me. And you can see also that some are not unlocked yet because we need to do more activities. If we go on the level section, we can see the level that the kid has, and to increase this level is also the same way to earn points, by making activities, competing with friends, and so on. Also doing the daily check-in. And you can also see the rank of the level that you and your friends has, but also you can send or receive some gift from the friends, or you can give them some gift. We can find later the album, that is the history of our photos and videos. You can find past photos and you can decide if you want to delete, so you can manage easily directly from here. And the camera is very simple to use. You can use the front camera, like here we can use the front camera. And how it works: just simply touch the screen to make the photos, then you can decide if you want to save or if you want to cancel it. And if you swipe on the right, you change with the video mode and you can start recording. For example, now I'm recording, and if I tap again, the recording stops and you can choose if you want to save or cancel. Then you can change with the rear camera in two ways. The first one is with swiping down, and then the watch say to you that you have to flip, or you can just simply flip up the watch to activate the rear camera. And even in this case, to take the photo, you just need to press the screen and then you can choose. Same as for the video, you can swipe on the right to change this mode. And also you can open the gallery directly from here. Then you can find the sticker cam. What is the sticker cam? Is the camera but with some sticker and filters that allows your kid to have a little bit of fun and to share with you some funny moments. And then also the funny cam is similar function but with a smile. Why with a smile? Because you need to take a photos of your face like this, and then the watch will give you a score. And my score is always low, like 85 now, but I think your kid can do even more, a good score, because you need to make a good smile. And also you can do this smile test with friends, and this became a contest, so you can see which between you and your friend has the best smile. And finally, in the funny cam you can find the virtual avatar that allows you to take a photo of your face, and then the watch will automatically generate a virtual avatar. And as before, I am the sport girl and my score is 933. Then you can find the alarm clock, that is the classic alarm to set the time that you want to have a reminder. Then the messages, but now we need to insert the SIM card. Why we need to insert the SIM card? Because to connect these watches to internet we have two ways. The first one is with the SIM card, because if we go on the back, we can see that we have the slot for the SIM card, but if we want to connect to internet, we also have the second way, that is connecting to a Wi-Fi connection. And then we can find the call to dial a number, and then we can press the button to start the call. The settings are just simply all the features that you can change from here. For example, you can see the rejected history, you can change the language, you can set the mobile network, and you can change the unlock settings. For example, if you don't want a lock screen, if you want just to slide screen as we have, or if we want to set a password to unlock the watch. You can also change the camera setting if you want more quality when you take the photos, and you can change easily from here, both from front and rear camera. You can also change the features, like here we turn on the Bluetooth, the accessibility. For example, he say 2-finger long press to capture screen on, and exactly, we can take a screenshot, just simply hold and press with 2 fingers, and then we can decide if we want to save or if we don't want it to save. We can also see the app management to see the different permission that we have allowed to each of application. The Bluetooth, if you want to turn on the Bluetooth, the software update to stay updated and have the latest version. To connect to Wi-Fi, you can do it easily from here. And yeah, this is the flipping settings. Very important, because from here you can decide what happens when you flip the watch. For example, now it's set on the camera, so whenever we flip the, for example, whenever we flip the watch, like now, the camera will turn on, and then when we flip back, the camera will turn off again. When you receive a call, you can also flip to answer, and the same for the video calls. You can find also the ringtone and the volume here in the setting to change the sound for the calls and the sound for the messages, and you can adjust the volume from here, and you can choose if you want the vibrate, the ring, or both of them. And finally, we can find the brightness and the screen timeout. The first one is just to adjust the bright of the screen of the watch, and the second one is the screen timeout. You can adjust here to choose when you want the screen go dark. If we move on, we can see also the stopwatch. What's the stopwatch? It's just a normal stopwatch. You can take the time, you can stop, you can continue, or you can reset and come back to 0. And also the app center you can find here. The app center allows you to see all the applications that you have on the watch, and in this way you can manage them by saying the specific, the features, and if you don't want, you can also remove. For example, yeah, here it appears. Finally, not finally, we find the storage to see how much storage the watch has free, and you can also see how much storage every application has. For example, the sport, you can clear also. If, for example, for the album, if you don't want some photos, you can delete. You can do it easily from here. And then the duel, to make a challenge with friends, and in this case is the challenge to make 100 steps. The winner is the first who make this, who achieve these goals, and then you can earn some points by doing this, and it's just like a funny way for your kids to have a healthy competition. We can find also the virtual me, and the virtual me, as we already saw before, is the virtual avatar that your kid can customize as he wants, and you can customize, for example, from here you can choose the ornaments, but as you can see here, you need to achieve the shells. The shells is like the value of this, but we don't have, so we cannot achieve these different items. If we go on the outfit, it's the same, but we can change them, for example, and yeah, outfit. If we want the knight, let's see, and now the avatar is changed. This is also an invite for friends to open. You can, okay, maybe you need to add friends now, and the shells are the current number of friends that you have, and that allows you to unlock some packages and something like this. And the gender, if you want to choose between a boy or a girl. And then you can find also the theme. The theme allows you to customize more the experience on the watch. You can see the trendings, for example, which you use the most or what are suggested for you. But you can also choose the different theme, the wallpaper. You can change the icons, and you can change also the flip up animation. You can change almost everything to have personalization and personal experience with this kind of watches. And then you can also find the pin code here. This is the code that you can use to share the friends. You can use this code to share with friends, and then also to connect with the mobile phone application. And finally, you can also find the AI scanning that allows your kid to scan the environment to understand better the object that he has around, and to have a complete experience. We can try right now. Before we tried with this duck, and he said it was a toy. That was true, but now we can try with this. This is a pen, as you can see. For exactly, it's a ball pen, but we can see what the watch will say. So open the AI scanning and take a picture. Let's see, it is loading. Now we can see. It's loading. It's a little bit slow now. I don't know why. Ballpoint pen. Yeah, it said it was a ballpoint pen. So it's right. This is a pen. It's a ballpoint pen. So your kid cannot, you can use for scanning pen, but I think he wants to know more about the environment. In particular, I think the object that he don't know the nature, and in particular animal and plants around him. So these were the main features about the watch, and there are many other features that your kid can discover, and you can also help him to discover these features by using these watches. They are really easy to use, and you can enjoy the experience with them. So if you are interested in these watches, you can go on our website to enjoy the 15% of discount to buy the imoo Z7 just for 186 euros and the imoo Z1 just for 107 euros. So you can also receive these watches in just 2 days, so the shipping is very quickly. And also, in addition to this, you have 2 days, 2 2 years warranty. That means we want to give you a best quality, and we are sure that it is best quality. Why they has the best quality? Because they are made specifically for kids, and this is important. We can compare this kind of watches with, for example, another smartphone and with other smartwatches. We can start with comparing these watches with some smartphone, and the main difference, I think, is the real-time location, because yeah, also smartphone has the location, but not always work so well, and you cannot go in the past location. While with this kind of watches, you can see the real-time location of your keys, exactly the real-time location, because it has the agreement between these watches and the GPS, GDS, and Galileo, and so on systems. So they guarantee you the best quality in the location system. And then you can also go back up to 14 days back to see the exactly location that your kid had, so you can understand and know where he is, but also where he was. And this is the main difference. But then you can also not understand that another difference is the safe environment. Why the safe environment? Because with the phone, your kid is exposed to all the things that internet has. You can face people, the strangers, and so on. But with the smartwatches, your kid is in a safe environment. He can connect to internet, yes. He can connect to you and his friends, yes, but in a safe environment. You can also do these things with a phone, but then you cannot be sure that your kid don't spend too much time, for example, on video games, on social media, on internet, and so on. And also, if you don't want your kid to spend too much time on this, you cannot be sure about this. You can only give him a smartwatch like this, and then he cannot spend too much time, because you can also arrange and change the limit time that your kid can use the watch. And also it's very safe, because once your kid is connected to internet, differently from the phone, where your kid can do whatever he wants. He can go on some browser and search whatever he wants. He can encounter people, strangers from all over the world. But with the imoo Z7 and imoo watches in general, your kid is in a safe internet environment. So you can control all the content that your kids face, and also you can see all the people your kids interact with. And compared to other smartwatches for kids, these are different, because yes, they are designed specifically for kids, so they offer a complete experience for kids. We can start, for example, from the water resistant, because as you can see here, the watches are water resistant up to 20 meters. They are water resistant, they're still working even under the water, and they can also receive video calls under the water. So that means they can still use to, for example, when they are swimming, if they are washing their hands, or if outside is raining. Zian, welcome back. I see that you are back, and yeah, as before, if you have any question, you can type on the comment and I will answer you. Other differences between these watches and other normal smart watches for kids are, for example, the safe environment that I as already mentioned for the differences between these watches and the smartphone, but also the exclusive application, because these watches can connect with smartphones only through the imoo application, and this application you can download easily from the stores directly from your phone, both for Android and both iOS. So your kids can connect to internet only through this application, and you can manage all the settings from the application on your smartphone. And we can see in the details all the features that this application has together. Then this is very important. Another important difference is the dual camera, because many smartwatches for kids has a camera, of course, but just only one in the front, and is I think it's limited. But also imoo Z1 has one camera, but the imoo Z7 you has two cameras. That allows your kid has a complete experience, because when he is in a video call, for example, with you, he can show your face. You can show his face with the front camera. But if he want to show you the environment, to share the moment, and you can also want to see the environment, to understand better where he is, and to like live the moment with him. So what he can do, he can easily flip the watch, and in this case he can see that he can show you the environment, but he's still able to see your face on the screen. And also he can show you the environment in a easily and comfortable way, because usually when you have only one camera with the watches, you have to flip the watch, and then the person on the other side see the word flip, and if you don't want this, you have to do this. But as you can understand, it's not so comfortable, and then you don't know exactly what you are showing, because you can do this, but not very comfortable. So this is not a problem with imoo Z7, because you can just flip up and then show the environment easily. And we can see together the different features that the application on the smartphone offer you. Okay. When you open the application on the smartphone, you can see the chat section. In this section, you can see the different chat that your kid has, and you can also see the history of the chat, the message that he sent and he received, the call and the video call that he did and received, and also the audio and the other photos and video and so on. And this is for all the contact that your kid has on his watch. You can also create a chat, for example, a family group chat, in which you have more than one person, and in this way you can stay connected with all of them. For example, if you have more than one kid and they all have the imoo watches, you can create the chat to stay connected with all of them, and they are all connected with you and to each other. Then we can move on the right to find the location. The location allows you to see the real-time location, and also to go back up to 14 days back. Yeah, because you can see the real-time location, but also the track and the route that your kid has done in the previously 14 days. For example, now you can see that where your kid started and where he arrived. We can also see exactly the route that he made, and yes, like this. But we can also see this for here, the play button, that allows you to see with a different graphic, and you can see the distance in the bottom, but also the time where he did. And yeah, this was about the history tracks. We can move, and I can show you also from here that you can find the fitness, where you can find the activities that your kid has done. For example, the step counter, the calories burned, and the duration of the activities. They have different circles. This is help you to have a visual and understand better comprehension. Then you can also find that you can go back, so this allows you not just simply seeing the days, the currently days, but you can go also back in the previous days. And also you can see here the record that your kid has done, for example for the swimming activity in this case, but you can also take trace about the running activities or the jumping activities. Oh, I forgot to say that you can set the daily goal that you want your kids achieve. For example, you can add or reduce the calories burned that you want your kids burn for day, or the minutes for day, or the step counter. And finally, you can also put the personal data here to have a precise and more accuracy in when the calculation of calories have place. From here you can also see the health mode. The health mode allows you to see the body temperature of your kids, and not just in this moment, but also for the whole day, and you can also go in the previous days. And very important feature is that if the temperature raise too much, then you will be notified by the watch and the application, so you can make a call, or for example a call or a video call, and make sure that your kid is good or he needs help. And same for the heart rate mode, where you can find the heart rate that your kid has in this moment and also in the previous days. And even in this case, you will be notified when the heart rate rises too much. And then you can also set the number, the level of heart rate that you want to be notified if your kid has too much. And finally, about the physical monitoring, we can see also that you can find the blood oxygen, and this allows you to see the blood oxygen of your kids now and also in the past days. Now we don't have records, but we can start the measurement if you suggest us to do it. And finally, in the health mode, you can not just simply find physical monitoring, but also emotional monitoring, because you can find the mood, and you can see the different emotion that your kid has during the day. For example, today the watch find that the kid was felt pleasure, but if we go back, for example, here, we can see that it's not just pleasure, good, calm, and also not so hot. This is important in my opinion, because it allows you to understand better the feelings that your kid has, and maybe you can also see when he needs to stay closer to you, and you can also help him in this way. And finally, from here, you can also find the mood from here. This was the screen where you can find the location and the shortcut for this for one kid. But as you can see here, you can find 2 kids, and if you go on the last button on the right, you can change the settings and see the different interface of the different watches, because you can connect not just only one device, you can connect more than one. For example, if you have more kids, you can connect all of them, if they have the smartwatch, to only one phone, and then you can see all of them here. For example, here we can find the watch contacts, the class mode. This is very important in my opinion, because class modes allows you to set one period. You can insert the schedule of your kid, and then in this time your kid cannot use the phone anymore. For example, when he is at school, or when he I don't know, if it's late, you maybe during the night, yeah, and then you can set this. Your kid cannot use the watch anymore, or better, he can still use the watch, but just to see the time and to see the time, the date, and also to do the call, but with the emergency contact. And you can manage all the time from here. For example, yeah, here you can set the time and so on. So during this mode, your kid cannot use any application, and he cannot exit from this mode, because you can only exit from the application here on the phone. And similar is also the schedule power on and power off, because when you activate this mode, the watch will automatically turn off, and then will automatically turn on again. But during this period, your kid cannot exit from, he cannot turn on the watch, because you can set from here the setting, and then he can not use the watch anymore. And important to manage also the experience of your kids, you can disable some application from here, and it means that you can find all the application, and then you can manage all of them. For example, if we go on the I don't know, team, we can see the difference. I can show you. We turn, okay, we go on the team that are here, and now it's okay, it's normal. But if we change the restricted use, then the icon will change here. Okay, now the icon is changed, so the brightness is lower, and if we try to open, the watch say that the parental control is on, so the app is disabled and the kid cannot use it anymore. But we can restore and let our kid use it anymore again from here. Yes, and then as you can see, the brightness of the application came normally, and your kid can use it again. But you can also set some limited time, for example 60 minutes, if you don't want your kid to use this application too much. And you can manage here, you can set different minutes, or you can customize from here and type the time that you want. And then after this, for example 60 minutes, your kid cannot use this application anymore. Very similar is also the feature of watch health management, because from here you can set screen time limited. So for example, even in this case it's 60 minutes, and so if our kids use the watch for more than 60 minutes, he cannot better if your kid use the watch for 60 minutes, then he won't be able to use it anymore. And you can set which application can count on these 60 minutes, but anyway, in your kid is still able to receive and make the emergency contact and to see the time. In this section you can also see the time of that your kid spends in every application, just for today or in all the week. And yeah, you can see all the application and all the time that each application has used. And important is also that you can reject unknown calls from strangers, so in this way your kid is safe in a safe environment, and you are sure that he's good and he cannot face any stranger content or people. So these were the main features of the application that you can download on your phone, both for Android and iOS. And you can find many other features and options if you download the application, and you can explore by yourself. It's very easy to use, but it's complete, and you will enjoy it, I'm sure. So we can do a little recap of the main function and the main feature of these watches. We can talk about the imoo Z7. The best features, I think, is the dual camera, because you have the front camera and the rear camera. The front camera is 2 megapixels and the rear camera is 5 megapixels. This means that you can take photos and videos in very high qualities. And you can also use the camera to scan the environment with the AI scanning to understand what kind of objects do you have, what kind of animal, and what kind of plants. This is important in my opinion, because your kid can explore the environment and enjoy better, because especially when they are young, they like exploring and discover the world. So that this function allows your kid to do this. Important is also the water resistance, because as you can see here, the watch can still work under the water, and up to 20 meters under the water. And also the real-time location is very important, because it allows you to see the real-time location of your kids, but also the location up to 14 days back. And That means that you can see and you always be sure where your kid is and where your kid was. You don't need to worry about where he can go, because you can check directly the position on the application on your smartphone. So these watches allows you and your kid to stay connected, to make calls and video calls, and it ensures to your kids a safe environment in which he can stay connected with you and his friends, and you can also share the photos and the moments with these kind of watches. For example, sending messages, images or videos directly from the smartwatch to another smartwatch, or the application that you have on the smartphone. And if you are interested in this kind of watches, you can check our website, because today is the Mother Day, so you can enjoy the 15% of discount. And yeah, you can buy the imoo Z7 for 186 and imoo Z1 for 107 euros. So for today is all, and we will see next time, and hope you a nice day.